Hello everyone, welcome to the React course. In this video we will describe how we can use the useEffect hook dependencies. As you might remember, we have created here, let me open my terminal console here. So we have created here as one input, and there was a product list, and we just add the useEffect. Whenever something happens on the re-render, it was working. As you remember, we write it here the different things, and the useEffect was working all the time. So if you are wondering what are the dependencies, we can add the dependency as an array here. For example, we have the products, and the input value can be changeable inside our component. And I would like to first change the input value here directly. So this input value, we can only listen that input value here, and it will only run once this input value has been changed. And when the product has been changed right now, this useEffect will not work. Alright, let's go try it out. As you see, when I type something, the number of useEffect has worked is running here. Let me console log input value as well. And if I delete these elements, it just writes the delete element, but it didn't write the useEffect has worked. It is only working when I type something here, because the dependency is the input value. What happens if you switch to products? As you see, we just switch to products now. Whenever I enter here, in that sense, the useEffect doesn't work anymore. But if I delete something, and then, as you see, the console log input value and the useEffect has worked, is running, because they are listening the products. What happens if I want to listen both of them? I can say input value and the products both together, and when I write something here, it is just updating and the useEffect has worked. If I delete something, it works as well. So as you see, we can also, there is one more thing I forgot to mention. What happens if I delete them? Let me clear this console as well, and I have saved the application. As you see, the useEffect has worked, came up there. I remove it, refresh the page, it called 2 times, the useEffect has worked, console log 2 times right now, and that's it. If I change here, or if I delete something, doesn't matter. As you see, the useEffect has worked, never worked after the component mounted. And even if it's re-rendered all of the values, all of the fields, it didn't change, it didn't rerun the useEffect method afterwards, because we don't have any dependency. What that it means? So, for example, let's think you want to fetch some data from an API, right? You just want to fetch that API, and you just want to call that value, and that's it. You don't want to deal with something else. If the app re-renders in the same page, if you don't want to fetch the same data again, and you want to fetch it only once when the component mounted, and that's it. You don't need to add any dependency. But in another words, if you want to create like a search application, whenever a user enters something here and you want to search that input value, for example, you can call it here input value, and you can say console log, and here we can say search term input value. Whenever I write something here, Wikipedia, as you see, the search terms is Wikipedia. We can make some functions which will, if there is no input entered after 5 seconds, it can make the search for you. And basically this is all we need to discuss regarding to the dependencies here. Let me briefly explain it one more time. Whenever something changes in the render flow, if we have a dependency as it is, it will re-render the application and it will run the useEffect hook one more time. But if you don't have any dependency, it will not run anything, and that will be it. So yeah, that's it so far, and thank you for watching it, and please subscribe for the next videos as well, and I wish you have a nice day and goodbye.